Miles Sanders, all 22 is disappointing. Damien Harris trade rumors are coming around. The Patriots might consider moving him. Are the Eagles getting fed up with Miles Sanders? Or would they consider a guy like a running back like Damien Harris? Damien Harris is a legit running back that I think the Eagles definitely should consider trading for. But what is Miles Sanders' future? So, we are 1 week from July 31st. We're also 1 week from the Philadelphia Eagles 2022 NFL training camp. July 31st, my birthday, by the way. Anyway, Miles Sanders, this guy has been very disappointing to me. You know, when we first drafted him, I thought we had our guy. And what it looked like in a rookie year, I thought we did have it for sure. But since then, he's been regressing more and more. His confidence has been getting way out of hand. You know, he's doing run booby run when it should be run booby hit the holes run. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not hitting the holes. He's not doing the stuff that he needs to do to be these running backs. You want to get paid like a running back, then I need you to do your part. How can I pay you when you don't do your job? Yes, he has production with stats. Big deal. But when you watch his game is disappointing. It doesn't seem that he's getting better. It seems that he's regressing. And you talk about all these, he can get all these touches all he wants. But every time we give him the football, he can't stay healthy for number one. And number two, he fumbles. Or he does some stupid, like run and bounce. Run out of bounds when we need him to run and bounce. Now I understand Miles Sanders, you know, he wants all these touches. And I like a running back like that. And I get a lot of people feel like he needs more touches. Well, I don't know how many more touches you want. Because the Philadelphia Eagles don't seem to trust Miles Sanders. It's not the first time a running back head coach has got under Miles Sanders about, hey, Miles Sanders, protect the football. Hey, Miles Sanders, run the football and hit the holes. If you remember right, Deuce Stanley put Boston Scott in 2020. A lot of people got upset. And I started seeing why they did it. They don't trust Miles Sanders to do his job. So, now there's rumors coming around that Miles Sanders all 22 is very disappointing. And it questions me. It opens my eyes. Because Miles Sanders is on his last deal. I don't see how the Eagles consider paying him. Not the top dollar. He needs to take either a cheap deal or he might need to go find somewhere else where he might get the money that he wants. There's another guy that the Eagles could be very much interested. You know, we talk about that Jesse Bates. I would love that Jesse Bates. He's 25 years old. He's a very good young safety. He's another cheap option that I can see the Eagles making. You know, we talk about safety, but I think another option that we need to consider is running back. Jordan Howard gone is a huge loss for this Philadelphia Eagles. Listen, I love the undrafted running back that we got out with it, Kenneth Brooks, but I don't know what he is. You know, he's undrafted running back. You know, you don't know what you have in undrafted rookies. You don't know how they're going to produce. You know, yes, Clement was undrafted. He produced well. You know, he had one good year, and then after that, he just. But anyway, you know, you got Kenny Gainwell, Miles Sanders, who else? Boston Scott. Who else you have? So, bringing a guy like a Damien Harris, 25 years old, probably wouldn't cost you a lot. Maybe a 4th round pick, maybe a 5th. You know, because the Patriots are not all about, you know, they love to get these 5th and 4th round. Bill Belichick loves these, you know, small, you know, low-high risk rewards with draft picks, especially with a 4th and 5th rounders. He loves those late picks, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, when you look at Miles Sanders, he fits more for what New England wants than Damien Harris. And Damien Harris fits more than what Philadelphia wants than Miles Sanders does. So maybe you could see where Sanders gets traded to New England and it's switch for a guy like a running back like Damien Harris. Maybe you throw, maybe conditional third. If Miles Sanders play this games, you get this pick. I mean, you never know. The Eagles to me are a team that are all about hitting holes. And, when you look at it, Miles Sanders has been disappointed. I don't see how the Eagles let him go for nothing. I can see a scenario where they could consider moving Miles Sanders before his contract runs out. Because you want to get something for him before you end up getting nothing for him. Because you don't want to let a player walk. If you can find a way to get something back from him, you do it. And it's a business. And we got to understand that, yes, it hurts that Miles Sanders might get traded. It's not something you expect, but it's business. And if you could get a running back like Damien Harris, who's a bulldozer, who loves to hit people as he runs through defenders, I mean, this guy is a perfect fit for what the Eagles want. Now, again, this is a hypothetical situation. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but this is a move where I can see the Eagles making. I can see where the Eagles call up the Patriots and say, we'll trade you Miles Sanders for a 5th-round pick for running back Damien Harris. Or maybe you just add Damien Harrison to a guy like Miles Sanders and Gainwell and just add to the running back group. Yes, we got undrafted running backs, but do we really have that Jordan Howard replacement? And are they considering maybe trading for Damien Harris? Damien Harris is a guy that I would love to have. Loved him coming out of Alabama. Very high up on him. I wanted the Eagles to draft him. So, bringing a Damien Harris, a very bruiser type running back that loves to grind and loves to get those extra yards, and when he hits the holes, he's tough to bring down. He's a nasty runner. He's a physical specimen, and he loves to make defenders pay as he hit the holes. And I love a running back like that. That's why I like LeGarrette Blount when we signed him, because he's a monster. He don't want to, wiggle around. He hits that motherfucking hole. Maybe I'm just not a Miles Sanders guy. I have his jersey, but he's been disappointed. He's not what I thought he would be. So, maybe Miles Sanders could turn it around this year. Maybe he turns out to be what I saw in his rookie year. But since 2019, he hasn't been the same. You can lie to yourself and say he's been that, he's been productive. I don't know what you've been watching, because I see a guy that's regressed. He's not hitting the holes. And, when coaches are getting frustrated with you, it's hard to give you carries. It's hard to give you opportunities where you don't do your job. They always say, if you don't do your job, someone's going to take your job for you. And they're going to do your job when you can't do it yourself. If I don't do my job, somebody can replace me. My boss told me at work, if you can't do your job, go home. I'll find someone else to do your job for you. And that woke me up, because for a while I wasn't doing my job. Now I do my job, and I do it well. You could get replaced. So Miles Sanders needs to know that he's replaceable, and maybe that's why they drafted Gainwell, because they saw the regress like I did with Miles Sanders. Maybe he's going that Carson Wentz route. Maybe you need a new change for Miles Sanders. I don't know, but I just don't see how the Eagles would pay him top dollar, and I can see where the Eagles might get something back from him rather than let him walk for nothing. The Jesse Bates interesting rumors that we are requiring for him. I hope we are one of those teams interested. And Jesse Bates would be a guy that I would love to bring in. But for what cost? What are we talking about? But that'll be a separate video. Miles Sanders is a guy that I can see getting moved, and we look at it. Damien Harris is a guy that I can see the Eagles bringing in, physical running back, and I mean. Are you going to rely on Miles Sanders to be the number one? I think we learned that lesson already. He's just not capable of doing it. It's just the truth. He's not a guy that you can build around. He's a guy that, to me, it will be a perfect situation for someone like Baltimore, maybe the Bills. I suppose a running back like what they have over there, but we need a physical running back. I think that fits Philadelphia. I think this is what we need. And I think that running backs who are physical, it's what Philly is all about. Tough, physical, hard work, labor, blue collar city. And I like Miles. I like the person he is, but he's been disappointed. And you know what? I hope he turns it around, but I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's going to happen. But there could be a possibility where they might move Sanders for a guy like Damien Harris. Keep an eye on that. Other than that, I'll see y'all later. Fly, go Birds.